What's going on, YouTube? It's Tyler from Mission VR, where it's my mission to bring you guys good quality VR content. So first and foremost, thank you guys so much. I've almost hit 300 subscribers. I'm really excited about it, and I'm going to continue to bring you guys the best quality content that I can. And today's video, I feel, will be no different. We're going to be talking about free virtual reality games. And, who doesn't love free? Because you didn't spend a dime on it, and even if you get, 2 minutes of playtime out of it, it was probably worth it because you didn't spend anything on it. And some of these games actually are pretty cool experiences that are relatively short. Now, this list was incredibly difficult to make because there's a ton of free virtual reality games out there, and I'm sure that I missed some. So if you feel that you've played a really amazing free virtual reality experience, go ahead and drop that in the comments section below so I can check it out. That being said, I also did want to stay away from games like VR Chat and Rec Room and anything that's like, a social experience like that. And I also stayed away from games that are like big games that are just free to play, like War Thunder or DCS, that have subscription-based or, paid content later behind, all that stuff. So these are pretty much free. You can download them right now, pick them up, play them for as long as you like, and then you can dump them. So that's the best part about it. Let's go ahead and hop on into this review. Alright, so with the first pick on our list, I'm wasting absolutely zero time here, and I'm going to tell you outright that this is probably the most complete game on this list, and it's really actually a game, and it's being developed by a third-party private developer who's just really a big, huge fan of Attack on Titan. And if you've ever watched the anime Attack on Titan, then, this game is going to be amazing. And to finally be able to do this in VR, wow. It's definitely, it's a free experience. I mean, and he's accepting donations if you want, and I'll link the link to download this in the description. So you can donate to him if you feel that you want to, but you can download this game for free, and there actually is a fair amount of things to do. There's several boss fights in it. You get a run game mode, which you're going to be on a horse running away from the female Titan, and you have to survive for as long as you can. And then you have your traditional, game mode where you're going to run around the city and kill Titans. And it's a lot of fun, and it's not without its bugs. It has its bugginess to it, but it's free, and it gets the job done. And it really gets that moment where you're grappling on the Titans and you're swinging around them and you're swinging from building to building using the grappling system, and it's honestly pretty awesome. I mean, you can't complain. I mean, for a free VR game, it really is amazing. And I hope they added some calibration features to it, because my arms are longer than the character's arms in the game, so sometimes my swords are floating. But honestly, when you're playing it, you don't even notice that, and you don't even care. And it's just definitely a lot of fun. I definitely would say, hopefully you have your VR legs if you're playing this game, and I never get motion sick, and I wasn't feeling motion sick in this game by any stretch of imagination, but I can imagine that if you're somebody who doesn't have their VR legs, this one might get you going a little bit, because you're going to be swinging around and twirling around behind Titans and all this stuff. So it's a really fun experience, and I would absolutely say that if any game on this list is going to be downloaded, it would be this one, especially if you're an Attack on Titan fan. Alright, with the next game on our list here, we have Eye of the Temple First Steps. Now, this game is honestly one of the most unique VR experiences that I've ever played. And it's interesting because it's actually kind of a demo of a full game, but there's enough there that it's honestly something that's incredible, to be honest with you. And the way the movement system works in this game, it's a series of puzzles where you actually have to step around in the VR space. So you want to make sure that you have kind of enough space in your VR play area in order to play this, because you're going to be stepping on the platforms and then moving and stepping to the right, and then but the way the movement works is it's so unique because it always keeps you kind of coming back to the center of the play space, but it is really interesting. And honestly, I had a lot of fun playing this, and I didn't think, and I actually am maybe actually going to buy the full game. And there's a lot there to do in the free version, but there's some extra levels and some more exploration to do in the full version of the game, and I think that it may be worth it. But the game is free, and it's a great way to show people who come over who've never done virtual reality before the power of virtual reality, because there's times I almost fell in my play space because I was stepping off and things were rolling and I had to duck and dodge, and it was really cool. It was a really cool experience, and it gave you a little bit of an Indiana Jones vibe. So definitely worth the download. And again, it's free, so even if you get a minute out of this game, it's going to be worth it. But I think you're going to get more than that out of it, and it may even coerce you into buying the full title. All right, and with the next pick on our list here, we have War Robots VR The Skirmish. Now, I'm not going to lie, this is a really short experience. It's going to take you maybe about 5 minutes at most to complete, and there's only one level. But it is really intense, and if you've ever played War Robots on the phone, you know, which I actually did with a little while with my brother, it was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool experience, and honestly, I'm sad that they didn't make it into a full game because I think that there's a lot there, and you know, there isn't a ton of VR mech games out on the market right now, and you know, Vox Machina, the one that is out there, you know, that most people I guess go to, it's a little slower paced, and this is definitely a little faster paced, you know, with the head tracking, aiming, and it's a pretty cool experience. I mean, it doesn't last very long, but I feel like, you know, again, it's free, it's worth the download, it's worth the feel, you know, like you're in a war zone in a giant mech that has a ton of firepower on it. And it's, you know, it's pretty cool. Again, it shows you the power of virtual reality, and this is a great one to, you know, show your friends, you know, if they don't believe that virtual reality is the future of video games, because it really immerses you in the moment. But I will say that out of all the games, this one, surprisingly, with the head-mounted turning and all that stuff, you know, probably can get you the most sick pretty fast. So if you don't have your VR legs, you know, just be advised for that one. But the game is pretty cool, it's free, and it's definitely worth the download. All right, so with the next pick on our list here, we have Boiling Steel Preface, and this is a demo. I'm not gonna lie, it's a demo of a full game, and the developer actually has a Wild West version, not of this exact, but a Wild West version out there too, so you can also check that out, which I will link in the description. But this is a demo of a full shooter-esque game, and the only reason it's on here is because I enjoyed the 15-minute demo that I played of it, and I felt that it could be a great way if somebody's like, oh, I don't know, about VR, I don't really think there's anything other than wave shooters or any of that stuff. This is a great example of a free game you can show them that's not that hard to learn, and that, they get to walk around, use some special abilities, and really feel the immersion in VR. And, that's when you come in and say, look, this is just a demo of a game. This game's a good game. It's a fun game, but there are some really powerful VR, especially shooter experiences out there. And, that really can show them the future of virtual reality. I enjoyed this. It took me about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. Like I said, it was free. There's no complaints, and the special ability you get in the desert level really kind of made me almost want to buy the game, because it was just really cool to have shoulder-mounted cannons come over my shoulders and just absolutely light the enemies up. So definitely worth the download if you're looking for something to show your friends off to, or if you're looking to try out this game before you buy it, and that's kind of what I did. So. Alright, and with the next game on our list here, we have Aircar, which is a free driving simulator in a cyberpunk-esque city, and it is a lot of fun, and the graphics are pretty cool, and again, it's not going to win any awards. I mean, really all you do is you fly this air car around this cyberpunk city, and just take in the sights and listen to some really tranquil music while you do it, and you can also land on landing pads around the city and collect upgrades to your turbojet ability. And honestly, again, this is a game that I would never sit here and say, you should pay money for, because there's nothing else to do other than fly around in it. But, it's a cool experience, and it's free, so you really can't complain. And I really enjoyed, I think I played like 25 minutes of this before bed the other night, because I was just flying around and just, taking in the sights. And it is a pretty game. It actually does a really good job of capturing, the cyberpunk city feel. And there's just some, really good music that goes along to it, and the controls are okay. It's nothing amazing, but you get the hang of it, and it's nice. It's just a nice game to have. It's a nice game to play, and it's definitely another one of those things you can let your friends hop into, and it doesn't take a genius to figure out how to control the car, and you can just kind of show them the power of graphics in virtual reality, because that's really what it does. It just really immerses you into the city, and it's a pretty cool experience for especially being free. Alright, and with the next pick on our list here, we have Battle Summoners VR, which is a card-based summoning game that allows you to summon creatures and, archers and, you name it, fire golems, and be able to send them into the battle against an enemy that is standing at the other end of the arena. And This game is a lot of fun, actually. There's not a ton to do. There's a couple levels to do in the free version. There's some PvP. There obviously is a paid version of the game, which you can get, you know, the full game experience, which is, you know, more creatures, more levels, you know, a different game mode, those things. But, you know, for the free version, if you're looking into, you know, trying out a VR strategy game or a card summoning game, or if you're into card summoning games, you know, this game is pretty cool, and honestly, it is an experience. I enjoyed it. I played it for probably about a half an hour before I beat everything in the free version, and I really enjoyed it. I did. I have to say I enjoyed the game. So I think it's well worth the, you know, the download since it's free, and if you're into strategy and summoning games, you're going to like this, and it's going to be pretty cool to see these giant creatures battling up close as you pit your strategy against another AI component. Alright, and with the final pick on this list, we have Horizon Beyond, which is just a free VR experience where you're going to be piloting a pirate-esque airship through the clouds and through the mountains of this fantasy landscape, if you will. And, you know, again, it's really, you know, just you flying the ship around, and you're going to have some objectives. There's going to be some birds that are going to land on your ship that'll weigh it down, some storms you have to avoid. You know, you're going to be getting some little things going and some stuff attacking your ship, and it's just it's a fun experience. It's cool. It's you know, it sets you in a fantasy landscape. Definitely, you know, an interesting and beautiful, tranquil experience, and that's really what it is. I mean, it took me, I think, 15 minutes to, you know, get through, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the 15 minutes that I was playing it. You can do some fishing off the side of your boat, and, you know, catch some fish to get the birds that are weighing your ship down off, and you know, it's fun. It's a fun experience, and again, it's another one of those experiences that you can, you know, throw somebody into. It doesn't take a genius to figure out, and, you know, they can look at it and say, oh wow, VR is really cool, even though the graphics in this game aren't, you know, next-gen graphics. They, you know, it sets you in the universe, in a fantasy-esque universe, and you're going to enjoy the game. And it's just a cool, fun experience, and again, worth the money price tag of $0. So alright guys, that is it for this video. Make sure you hit that like button and smash that subscribe button, as I'm going to continue to bring you guys the best quality VR content that I can, and I'm excited about it. So definitely like and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys found anything informative today, please let me know. And also, if you guys know of a VR free game that you've had just an amazing experience with, please leave that in the comment section below so I can just give it a try. And, you know, hey, maybe I'll even do a review on it. So hope you guys have a good one. I will talk to you next time.